Welcome to Smack Talk. I just smacked my lip on my microphone. That's okay. 2 links down below, as always, in the description box to credit WWE. The full recap video, the official one, and then, of course, the text results that I always read from and then consult with my notes to go over what went down. So they're really pushing that crown jewel title, always carrying it around in the briefcase with a couple of scrawny little bastards with the leather gloves, trying to look like Michael Jackson. I'm just saying, I find it bizarre why they have to keep, ooh, there it is. I get it. Pretty big event, but I still think it's a bit odd. Just thought I would mention that. This was really cool because, my goodness, there's not much here. Seriously? What the hell's going on? There's almost no point in looking at this. Game 7 between Carmelo Hayes. No. Not right away. Randy Orton was backstage, and that whole thing that they do now with the production where you can actually see the people, or the superstars, the wrestlers, going through the backstage and then going to see Triple H. He's there on the monitor and all that, and Randy Orton was talking some stuff to him. Couldn't make out what it was, but he goes to the ring, calls out Triple H. Triple H comes out. We find out Triple H hasn't been protecting Kevin Owens. He's protecting Randy Orton from Kevin Owens because he's unhinged. He's savage. There's a different look in his eye and all that. And Randy Orton was like, remember that time you came into my place, threw me out my living room window? If you remember that angle, they're still able to be friends. KO did none of that. That almost sets up for forgiveness. Look at how close Triple H and Randy Orton are. I still think that there's room to heal with Kevin Owens and what happened with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Because in his mind, and it's true, and I'm glad that Triple H made the emphasis on this, in his mind, in Kevin Owens' mind, and a lot of other people, again, of course, from a scripted standpoint, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton turned their back. They betrayed Kevin Owens, and he truly feels that way. Okay? So in the end, to get to the point, Triple H says, you know what? You know what you're getting yourself into? You've got the metal rods in your back, and it's not fake. That's the real deal. Fine, you have your match at Crown Jewel. Unfortunately, throughout that night, at least not that I remember, Kevin Owens wasn't there, which was unfortunate. I was kind of hoping to see him in some capacity, even if it was for 30 seconds. So that's that. Then we had Game 7. Get it? Kind of like in hockey. Best of 7. Carmelo Hayes with Andrade ended in no contest because, got kicked a couple of times, slapped a couple of times. One person got kicked over on top of him. He got upset. I love LA Knight. I really do. And again, I get... Okay? I didn't like the whole situation, how he handled it, because in the end, backstage, and I had to do some investigative work to find this out, Nick Aldis, because I didn't see it during the show, Nick Aldis said that at Crown Jewel, and I was like, oh my God, this is what's going to happen. And it happened. It's going to be a triple threat match at Crown Jewel now for the U.S. title. And I really hope Carmelo Hayes does not get it. I really hope it's either LA Knight or Andrade. I really do like Andrade. I'd like to see LA Knight hold on to it for a bit longer. With all due respect, he's in great shape. He's an older guy. That's fine. But he doesn't exactly have all the years ahead of him that Andrade has. So I was kind of hoping they're going to let LA Knight kind of carry that for a bit before, dropping it to somebody else. The Poison Pixie, Candice LeRae versus Naomi, and backstage Tiffy. I think this might be setting up for a potential face turn because, man, she's just getting slaughtered verbally by Nia Jax. You didn't handle your business, blah, blah, blah. Poison Pixie, Candice LeRae pinned Bayley last week. So you know what? That's something you didn't do. Anyhow, the match goes on versus Naomi. Indy Hartwell, of course, had to get involved. I'm just not buying their heel turn. There's just something really off about them, no offense. Then Bayley came out, a little bit of a distraction, but that led to Naomi being able to pick up the win. Nia Jax is going to be pissed. And I'm happy with this because, honestly, she had been gone for a while. One of my favorites. Honestly, I'm not kidding. Really, really one of my favorites. Hope she becomes some kind of champ. I wish the women's division had some sort of mid-card. I'm not saying she's just mid-card. I'm just saying I wish they had like a U.S. or some kind of intercontinental championship for the women, but they don't. So that is that. And then, if you remember what movie that's from. Oh, they didn't show it. It would have been a big deal to show it. It was kind of a big moment. Damn it. We'll do an in-between here. Cody Rhodes and Gunther with the in-ring promo. And again, this to me was the in-ring highlight of the night. Along with Randy Orton on his speech to Triple H. It was really good. Like, those guys are magic in the ring. But I gotta say, man, Gunther, and I've always said this. I don't think I've never not said this. Gunther is just so good. Like, he's as good on the microphone as he is in the ring. He's just really, really good. And I loved when he's like, you're making this about all the other people pandering. This isn't about your daughter. This is about the championship. This is me versus you. Take out all the people. What do you have to say for yourself? And then that's when Cody came back with the Shakespearean promos that he does. That was cringy. And that's why I did it. And he says, without these people, there is none of us. Which is true. I just can't wait to see it because Cody Rhodes is Cody Rhodes. And then Gunther, because he's Gunther. But then this time around, what was really different was Cody Rhodes said, you know what? I'm done being disrespected. Popped Gunther right in the snout. And then Ludwig Kaiserbun came out. Remember, the reason why I keep calling him Kaiserbun is Kaiser is a type of bun, a bread. Okay? He came out and attacked Cody for the first time. That was justified because up until that moment, I didn't even know Ludwig Kaiser was there. Right? And that's how I like it because Gunther is not a coward. So there you have it. And then what happened? Something happened. Oh, yeah. And then, of course, Randy Orton came out, which was nice. And then there was a moment, and then people said, no, we don't need another title run from Randy Orton in 2024. And I'm like, no, maybe it's going to happen in 2025 if he wins the Royal Rumble. Because they did the whole thing, and he picks up the belt. Didn't really do the Kevin Owens thing where it's like, he just grabbed it, gave it to Cody, no problem. But Randy Orton is there for gold. And don't forget, there was a reason he had gone to Raw for a bit, was to separate him from Cody Rhodes. Except now he's back on SmackDown because he didn't win against Gunther. That ain't gonna. So yeah. Now, a lot of people had a problem with this one here. No, that's not true. Yes. No. Yes. My goodness. MCMG, Motor City Machine Gun, 20-year veterans who I know nothing about, but I've been doing a little digging. They've had a pretty big impact in the wrestling business. Number 1 contenders match versus DIY. And then the Bloodline came out after the MCMG won. And right there, they're like, no, let's do it now. Nick Aldis was like, no, let's not do this. This isn't fair. You worked hard. You're in your third match in WWE. You're in your third match. And all of a sudden, they got their title shot. Don't you want them fresh? They're like, no, let's do it now. This was effing epic. Oh my God, because they won the titles, right? Jimmy Uso came out because Solo started goosing around, and then the Tamas and the Tongas and all that stuff. And then I gotta look. And then something happened. Yes, Jimmy Uso, they hug. No, I had it all on the top of my head. God damn it. Roman Reigns came out. Started getting on Jacob Fatu with the Superman punch, which was really cool. And it just all worked out great. The Usos basically reunited. They hugged while Roman Reigns was watching on from the apron, from the entrance ramp, whatever it's called. Yeah, the entrance ramp. That would make sense. And, yeah. It's going to be pretty sweet to see what unfolds next. I really, really, really hope somehow, some way, somewhere, Paul Heyman comes back into the fold, and eventually I could see him being with the dog. Braun Breaker. Almost forgot his name for a second. But that's another story for another day. Right now, this is all I wanted to talk to you about, is what happened on SmackDown. Keep up in the loop, just a little under 10 minutes. And even though it is over 8 minutes, which most of my videos are, For the most part, I'm trying. When I say trying, as long as I remember to do it, I have it that so much rambling with me. It's not that fun. I have to go through a mid-roll commercial. Just have to come back to this. So I have it so that they're unchecked. Okay? Whether this video is 7 minutes, 20 minutes, none of this mid-roll shit. Thumbs up if you did like the video, though. It does greatly help support that channel with the algorithm and trying to make me more relevant in the search results when people are looking shit up on the internet. You didn't like it, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I'll bend it in half, twist it. As always, break it off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and if I'm lucky, maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.